so it's pretty comfortable. It's actually, and I guess I can let a little more air out. But yeah, it's really working out pretty good. And see, I can have my laptop right around here so I can do work if I need to, or live streams. And the big test is can I sit up in here without hitting my head on this thing? And that is a yes. So now I'm sitting on it like a chair, and that worked out pretty good. There we are. So let's do this. How's it going there? Daniel, Zed, Lynn, Red Cactus, Dennis. Yeah, we had a little bit of a situation here right before I transitioned. So I'm tweaking audio. I need some feedback on the music. I had all my stuff drop right towards the end there. Alright, so we're good now. Julie Mumphrey. We got Dallas Country. We got John's Southern Exposure. Alright, so today's going to be a little bit of something different. As you can see, I've been a little bit busy. Got some
Janice M. said hello and hello chat.
How's it going, Janice M? So is the butler, is he sounding okay? Is this mic hot enough? We got Drip in the chat room. So I added some portals to the stove so we can reach down and grab things out of there. You can also see that we got a new addition here. I still have to put a backdrop so I can green screen it out. But I got some, I'm going to have some fun with that one, that's for sure. And then of course, we have some new additions here we're going to be featuring on the stream. There's our pocket chicken. Look at the pocket chicken, it's made out of glass. You can see we got us a blue wrench now. Thanks to Katie. Shout out to Katie in the chat room. Probably busy today, but here's the official blue wrench right there. Looks better with white behind it, just like that. Look at that. So now when you get a blue wrench, you're getting the real blue wrench. Yeah, so she did a lot of cool stuff. This is the extra salt, so salt goes in here. There's the fries with the salt right there. Can you see that? Again, Katie, she's probably not going to be in the chat room today because she's helping Chris with I think she had to take him to the hospital with his surgery. But the box that all that stuff came in, this is the box. You'll be seeing the premiere maybe later on this evening, just depends. But this was the box it was shipped in. So I made it into this, is what you see here. And like I said, I'm going to put a backdrop. It's going to be really cool when I'm done. So whenever we do that, we can screen out and have certain stuff in the background. So, alright, so what are we cooking today? Let's see. Let's figure it out. Let's go get our pot and let's get things going here. Get our stove going. I've been really busy. Work was, if you can say, the worst it's been in a long time yesterday, that's what it was. So, it was intense. So yeah, accounts got hacked, you name it. It was fun times. Wasn't my account, but it was a very important account got hacked. Alright, let's see. We're just going to put a little happy butter here. We're going to spin that around. We got Sun Honey, we got the, who is that? The Big Here, I'm gonna have to have my assistant read that. Can somebody help me?
THEBIGGDEALSBOYS Gamang.
Yeah, see, that doesn't help me. So what is Zed saying?
I am hungry. I wonder if Pizza Hut delivers thinking face.
Well, I can make you up something here, Zed. We're getting this going. And if I seem a little bit disjointed and off a little bit today, it's because I am. So that, just bear with me. Yesterday was very draining, and last night was even worse. Even though I got 6 hours of sleep.
Said I like the way you have the 8-ball turning.
So you like that? Yeah, that's made with basically scraps. That box was the stuff that it shipped in. All right, let's get back to reality here. So we got some, this is the way I like to do it. This is some black pepper. I put some butter in the bottom of my skillet. We still don't know what we're making, but we'll figure it out here in a second. But you know, I usually start stuff with butter and black pepper.
Said you look good today. Red Cactus. Said I am loving Katie's glasswork. She did a great job on all of it.
Yeah, Katie, there is so much talent, and you'll be seeing me talking about that in the premiere. So this is what we're having today. We're gonna have a little grass-fed beef action. And it's been, I've been draining off the stuff that I don't want on there. So we got a little grass-fed action going there. I think I got my camera out of adjustments from when I did the premiere video that you haven't seen yet, so I'm gonna have to readjust my camera. Seems like it's pointing up a little bit too high. But I'll adjust that. But yeah, yesterday was very exhausting for me. So today I started my day off with nature, and I did some artwork myself, as you can see. So would you call this art with art? We got Zed's art on the top, and this is my art project, and it's all powered by solar. And if you want to see the behind the scenes, I have a voltage regulator right there. And that's how I'm slowing down the little motor, and the motor came off of an old security camera somebody was throwing away, one of those high-end ones. All right, so here's what we're working with here. We are going to make something with grass-fed beef. So this is what I like to do. I'm going to just put a little more black pepper on the top, but a different type. So I'd like some feedback on my microphone, because everything has been changed. This is my first official stream with the new setup. So everything's going to kind of be out of whack. The music could be too loud. Who knows? But I'd like some feedback. Is the music too loud? Is the microphone okay? What are we working with here? Yeah, my camera needs to go down one adjustment, I think. Because if I stand up straight, not hunch my back, I'm looking at that. So yeah, after I get through flattening this, I'm going to have to readjust my camera. Alright. Why did Bob not read the chat? Let's see. Like the way. Is my chat working? Good afternoon. 11K's classwork. Yeah. I'm just making sure everything's working right. We got John, we got Janice M, Sun Honey, Zed. Am I missing anybody? So yeah, my camera is way out of adjustment on my chest. I have to hunch over like that for it to work correctly. But I'm not getting any feedback on the music. That's frustrating. It's alright. I could just turn it off. Because I don't know if it's too loud. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't even know if my microphone's working. It says that it's working. I'm looking at my mixer. I'm looking at Prism right there, and it says it's working. Every time I talk, it's bopping into the red, so it seemed like it would be maybe a little bit too loud. But I did add another monitor too. I'll show you that here in a little bit, just in case you cared. This is the way I normally do it. Yep. I usually turn on the skillet after I'm done flattening, but for keeping the stream as short as possible. And when I say short, they usually go about 45 minutes. That's why I'm kind of stepping it up a notch. So you got to be careful when you do it this way. Yeah, I just got through drinking some pretty intense spiced tea that I made. Or, yeah, it was tea this morning. It wasn't coffee. Had some ginger and all kinds of dandelion, and it's pretty stout. It'll definitely wake you up. That's probably good. I like to go all the way to the edges, but let's see. Music and mic sound okay. Okay is not, that's not good. But I guess that'll work, Dennis. Alright, now I can readjust my camera once I wash my hands. So there's so many things I could rant about, but I want this to be a happy stream. So I'm not going to. And I know a lot of people that know me from whenever the channel had a lot of growth. They tell me a lot they miss my rants and they like my rants. But yeah, that's not what I want my stream to be like. Alright, let's do an adjustment on our camera now. Alright, so that is not where we want it to be. So hold on. It's going to be a little shaky. I guess I could do this off camera. That way you're not shaking. Here, we'll go to Zed's art real quick. So check out Zed's art. Is my microphone live on that too? Yep, cool. So it looks like I got all my scenes set up. Let's see. One more adjustment down. We'll see how that rolls. That could be too low. Alright. Now let's see what we're working with. That's a little better. Now I'm not hunched over. We got Joe in the chat. Music is a bit loud. That's what I thought. Okay. Alright, so I come over here. And I'll pull her down. I need to look at my mixer real quick. So give me a second here. I'm going to pull it down just to bump it down there a little bit. Alright, so there we go. We'll see how that works. So I'm, like I said, very disjointed after yesterday and last night, so I don't know if I'll be talking as much today as I normally do. So just work with me on that, please. Alright. So what should we have? Should we have taters? Sweet potatoes? What should I make here? None of this is planned. I'm just winging everything today. So I'm not even going to wash these. We need a pot though, don't we? We need to get some water boiling. So like I said, none of this stuff is planned. I was just working on art projects and I saw Kelly was live. And I'm like, you know, I can go live. Show everybody the art stuff that I've been working on. And we can have a little chat. So we're going to turn that on pretty high. We're going to make sure we turn on the right burner. So if I turn these back burners now, they're not accidentally going to come on. Isn't that a bonus? I took those hot rods out. So that's not going to be a problem anymore, which it was a problem there for a bit. When you're doing a live stream, you can kind of mess up sometimes. So we're going to put a little distilled water in here. We're going to have taters and sweet taters. A lot of the stuff that I make is going to be a little repetitive. Computer, turn on I love you. There we go. There we go. Now we got some light on the subject. Alright, so we're going to put a little sea salt in our pot here. So if you're not familiar with
Julie
the
Mumford said that food looks delicious. I'm 42 hours into a 72-hour fast. Yummy face.
I was going to start a fast yesterday, Julie, but I was not in the right state of body and mind after all the stuff I've had to deal with. So I'm gonna do a fast pretty soon. I really need to because I'm getting up there in weight. And I know a lot of people hate to hear me say that. And I know it's just a joke, but yeah. I do want to clean my body out a little bit because I've been eating that gourmet popcorn that I've been making, and you know, that's not the best stuff to be eating. Popcorn. You know, I haven't had popcorn in what, 2 years or so. I don't know, but yeah, I need to start a fast pretty soon. I need to fast very fast. And I don't know how long I'm going to do it. I usually like to go on a bike ride in my fast. So if I like to go a day, be in a good fast during that whole 24 hours, and then jump on the bike when I'm about 24 hours into a fast, and then go another day without that. So you see these little hot rods here. Look at this. So I don't like anything to go to waste. So let's just plant these. So I'm going to plant these little eyes later on. So those are bee taters in the yard or in the garden, wherever I decide to put them. We'll just cut that whole section. Plant that. I don't know if that one's going to plant, but we'll just see. That one might not take. The rest of this stuff, it's not going to work. So I should have already had onion cut up. That's a shaky camera view. But like I said, I'm just winging this one today. Just kind of hang out with everybody. No serious rants, let's hope. Because once I start, I don't think I can stop. Yeah. We don't want that little hot rod on the end. The black stuff in them taters are not good for you. So these are going to be just, I'm going to do them just like this. I don't know if you can see that. What do we have? I'm going to make them like home fries, but we're going to throw them in the pot. So they're going to look like home fries for a little bit, but they're going to basically be mashed taters. We're going to get those cooking a little bit over here. We already got our sea salt in there. We need to check on our little 8-ball, make sure everything's all right. Yep, everything's good there. All right, now we're going to cut up our... All right, so I hear the meat talking to me. So we got to make sure we're not sticking there. We don't want it to stick. Right now is when I should have already added the onions and the garlic, but I'm a little bit behind on what I'm doing here, which is okay. Everything's going to be all right. I finished cutting this over here. Pretty quiet in the chat room. Is the butler not working? I'm gonna have to check on him. Did he go to sleep on me? Because Bob sure is quiet. Computer, tell me a dad joke.
Did you hear about the spatula's hot new flame? It met the grill of its dreams.
Yeah, that was definitely a fail. It's okay. I have the controls right here. Computer, tell me another dad joke.
Your dad is so good at fixing things. His motto should be, if it ain't broke, I'll still fix it.
That would actually probably be me, but whatever. Alright, so let's see. Love getting the turf. Yeah, see, I think Bob is sleeping on the job. I'm a poet and I don't know it. So we're going to use our first time on the live stream. Katie's spoon rest. Right there. Look at that. So I'm going to see what's going on with Bob over here. What could be wrong with Bob? Oh, I see what's wrong with Bob. I need to call Bob. I had to text him. Alright, we're going to go ahead and flip this. I just don't want it to get too out of hand. And we get to use our spoon rest again. Courtesy of Katie. Now we're going to start covering it up. If that's okay. And you wonder what I'm talking about. That's the new spoon rest. Alright, we need to start some onions and garlic. We need to cut up some onions. And we don't want this hot rod to stick. I'm going to pull the heat down just a little bit. Because I'm going to need to buy some time here on this. And we're going to get, I think I got an onion left over in here. Yeah, maybe I don't sound as disjointed as I feel. Maybe that's what's going on. That's probably what it is. But I really do feel pretty tripped out. I haven't really slept that much lately. I did get 6 hours of, if you want to call that sleep, last night. Yeah, this onion needs to retire. Let's go get a new one. Let's see what we got over here. Is that one nice and fresh? Anything's better than what I was working with there. So yeah, Bob should be on the job now. So if you want to have Bob read the chat, you know the drill. That should be enough for 5 minutes. All right. You know, it's one thing about doing a live stream. I can't listen to the music I want to listen to. I was listening to Color Theory before I started the stream. Actually, I was listening to my own music. Doing a test on the system. But can't listen to anything that'll get you a copyright, right? Like I said, I'm a little late throwing in my my onions, but everything will be just fine. We got Super Salty in the chat room. Let's get a little bit better view over here. I'm not even putting a lid on my taters today. Actually, I need to do that. Let's go get the lid, because that's not going to work good. So we're going to have to reach all the way up here. Well, that's not easy to do with the camera. There we go. All right. So we need a little more onion than that. I think we need to step it up a notch. What do you think? Just a little more. We could use the whole thing. These things are starting to go bad. We'll cut off the outside and we'll use the rest. So, in the chat room, if you've ever fasted before, put 1 in the chat if you've ever fasted. I'm curious to see how many people have fasted. You know what I mean by fasting is where you go about 1 or 2 days, 3 days without eating. and just drink something. I was thinking about doing a berry fast. I have all these berries that are gonna go bad. I've got some in the deep freeze, but I need to pick some more. We're gonna leave some of that big. I'm gonna leave some of those a little bigger than normal. Now we can pull up our heat again. Make sure we're not sticking. Our pot's talking to us. We're not sticking. We're gonna silence it a little bit there. There we go. All right. Anything in the chat I need to know about? So 1, 1, and 1. So we have, I have to go, no, that's funny. That's funny, Zed. I almost read that. All right. Now let's get some garlic. Let's go grab our little garlic dish here. And we're gonna put this off to the side. Let's see, this one needs to be thrown in the garden even though it's a little early for that. It's either early or late, depending on what perspective there. This looks like, I don't want some big garlic so I don't have to work with it much. Let's see what we're working with here. That's a little old. Some of this stuff has been, we're gonna have to tap into some new garlic over here. That's been sitting there a while. So this old garlic, what I do is I put it in the ground and I plant it so it doesn't go to waste. Because you can see, like right here, you can see how it's already trying to grow on me. So that needs to go on the ground. Whether it's good timing or not, it doesn't matter. I mean, either way, it's going to go. I'm not going to throw it in the trash. So that's what I do. I put it in the yard and I'll let it grow. Oh, that's a nice big one. Look at that. That's where it's at right there. You know, I want all this garlic right here. That'll work. Alright. We got some more happy little onion that needs to be put off to the side here. Alright, let's get this garlic prepped here. So, you can either smash, cut the sides off, whatever you want to do. That's my technique right there. I just do a little smash and I cut the hard side off. You can smash and cut the hard side off, or cut the hard side off and smash. Whatever you think works better for you. But it's basically a two-step process. See, that's a cut and smash. So, does that work any better? I kind of prefer the cut and smash method, but, you know, it is just garlic. But yeah, I can't wait to have a good night's rest here pretty soon. I need a vacation is what I need. You know, I've had a pretty balanced workflow overall up until here recently. I need more nature and less screen time and less phone time. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Once the weather gets better, we've been having a lot of rain, so I'm really looking forward to hot summer where I can get on the bike and get out there and just meditate and get out into the fresh air. But it does help that I'm walking around barefoot all day. I'm barefoot in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm used to Bob talking to me. I'm feeling like there's something wrong. I think Bob's mad at me. But it's okay, he'll get over it. I think he's mad that he's got to clean his own guest room. Or guest house is what it is. It's not easy having a butler. I don't pay him. That's the problem. Maybe that would help. We don't want these little things in our food. We don't want the outsides. See how today I really wanted to feature Katie's artwork, and
Red Cactus said that's a LOF of garlic fry.
that's not enough for me. Let's see, we'll put some of that around there. Maybe grab a little bit more. Get the last one there. And we need to do the happy little shake to make sure we're not sticking. Nope, no sticky there. All right, so now it's time to do the salt and the, I'm gonna wash some of this garlic off my this pot right here. I'm gonna take the lid off. We can turn these down now so they don't stick to the bottom. So,
Julie Mumford said I need Bob to help me find my misplaced water bottle.
Bob, can you help Julie find her water bottle? Let's go wash the garlic off our hands, because look how sticky my hands are. Look at this. My hands are sticking to themselves. Look at that. Gotta look garlic. See, I think Bob, he's a little frustrated. He's used to getting paid for his stuff that he does, but we had this deal worked out where he was working for food, basically. I let him grow a garden back there, so he's got the land to grow the garden on. But the weather's been kind of rough lately, so he's been having to go to the grocery store and get his own produce and stuff. I do have moringa coming in. That's the cool part. So now, it's nice and brown on this side. This is what I like to do. This is when I like to salt the meat. So, now I did put my garlic and onions in a little bit too late. So, that's going to be a little bit of something there I would have normally done different. But it was all about the timing with the stream. So I'm going to put them off to the side so they get a little bit more action on the side. And now we're going to put butter on the top. We just want to make sure she's not sticking. This spoon rest is really working good, Katie. Thank you. So now we're just going to have some butter on top to just add a little bit more action to it. That should be good. Oh, one more. Why not? Yeah, we're supposed to have wetter than normal and more intense showers coming up. That's what Ryan Hall said. So let's check on Zed's art right there. So yeah, check this out. If you just got here, Katie made this too. This is I guess a salt dish. She called this one extra salt. So you got the fries, and then you have the salt in the middle. And she even put this in the package. Some Himalayan salt, the good clean salt. So I'm assuming that goes in my little salt thing here. I need to talk to her a little bit more. I haven't really talked to her. She's been busy helping Chris. So I need to talk to her about that. So we're going to go ahead and turn this off. Now, this is pretty much done. And we're going to put this off to the side. We're going to put a lid on it. So we got that residual heat cooking there. And normally I would put this off to the side right here. I guess we can still do that. Yeah, because now we have mirrors right here. See these little mirrors? Isn't that cool? I got plans for that later. So we want to get our plate prepped. Our taters are looking good.
Julie Mumford said watching cooking shows while fasting is not a very prudent decision.
No, it's not, and I'm sorry. Just imagine that the food's not going to taste good. So these are done. See how soft they are? So it looks like I got my camera placement a little bit too low on my chest. But I'll get it set back to where it was. But yeah, these are done. They're going to still cook. By the time we get to them, they'll be completely done. So we'll just leave that right there. I just added sea salt. I've got plenty of pepper on the ground beef, so we'll have a good contrast there. So let's get some plate prep going on here. We're going to warm our plate. And I guess we'll just do the traditional little bit of grass-fed cheese there. Yeah, I can't wait to see Chris back in the chat room. Alright, we need our happy little grater.
Tommy Temper said, looking good Fry, you were outdoing Martha Stewart.
Yeah, not quite. I'm not cooking with, who did she do a cooking show with or something? Didn't she do something with that singer guy? What's his name? The rap guy. Why can't I think of his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I know she was on those roasting programs where they would roast each other. God, what is his name? Somebody in the chat room tell me. Yeah, Tommy, I got a little surprise for you too. I can't wait to finish it. So yeah, big shout out to Tommy Temper in the chat room. But yeah, I want my shout out to be better than that. You know how like you do when people come into the chat room and you play the little jingles and the music? Well, that's what I want to have happen. I just have so much to do right now. But I want to have neat little videos for all the special people that jump into the chat room.
Janice M. said Snop Dog.
Snoop Dogg, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, so no, I'm no Martha Stewart, that's for sure. All right, we're going to put a little action on here. We're going to do the traditional nutritional yeast. This is for nutrition, not really taste. It is a cheese substitute, but it's funny, I'm putting it on top of cheese. It's not easy being cheesy, so we're just kind of stepping it up a notch. So we already pre-salted our beef there. It's resting. Our mashed potatoes here, I'm going to go ahead and finish those off just by doing a little bit of this. And we're going to burn off a little bit of that water. So I'm going to turn up the burner just a touch. And then we'll let that just kind of burn off a little bit of that water. And sometimes I like these just a little bit undercooked. Not much, just because when you have leftovers and you warm them up, it's kind of perfect that way. And this will be a leftovers meal. So, and see how that just burned off all the water just by turning that up. Then we turn off our stove and we get a little pocket chicken action going on there. Look at that. I'm going to put something in the little pocket chicken too. That's Katie's artwork too. All the stuff you see, all the glass work is all Katie's. Katie did this. She did the spoon rest. I hate even putting something on it, but I'll clean it. So that's butter that you see on there. She did the little hearts. So yeah, pretty excited. So there we go. There's our happy mashed potatoes. It's sweet potatoes and potatoes. And I'll probably just add a little bit of pepper and that's it. We've already added salt. I don't butter it because if you butter it in the pot, it just makes the pot harder to clean. So we're just going to do this. We're just going to put a little bit of butter right on our plate for our taters. We'll just do that. That's a lot more than I would normally put on there, but that's just fine. And we're just going to step it up a notch. Martha Stewart. Yeah, I should put a wig on, Tommy. I could put a wig on. Alright. Now let's see what we're working with here. We're going to go ahead and move this over here. This plate's nice and warm. We're going to put our mashed taters. Yeah, I have my camera set. I guess I should just have my back out like that when I'm doing this. That'll force me to have better posture. We're going to have the potatoes and sweet potatoes just on that little bit of butter there. And we're going to have a little bit of this going on. We're going to share the cheese. If we want some with our taters, we can have it. If we want some with our meat, we're going to have it too. Now, I like to do some dipping stuff here. We're going to put this off to the side. So I'm going to do it a little bit different. This is going to kind of throw you off, but trust me on this. It's not going to be a cheeseburger today. This is going to be a little bit different, but we are going to have some glitching on our camera. We're going to have some avocado oil mayonnaise. It doesn't taste like avocados. So we got King RC in the chat. We're just going to put a little bit. This is kind of like going to be a little dipping area for our meat. Not much. That's probably enough. Just add that little bit of something different. And again, we have the wrench. I really love that wrench. The fact that I have to cover it with spoons is a thing that I don't like. Make me another one, Katie. We're not going to put pickles today because it's not going to be like a cheeseburger meal. This is more like a hamburger steak. So this is hamburger steak style. It's not like a cheeseburger style. I need a bigger surface area. Alright, so here's what we're working with here. We have the garlic and onions right here. And then we have our happy ground beef. And what I do is I cut this in corners here. I gotta fix my camera right now. We're doing it live. One notch up. There we go. Let's see if that fixed it. That's a little better. Alright, so this will make 4 meals for me most of the time. So I just cut it in 4. It's usually spread out a little bigger than that. And we're going to take one of these Happy Hot Rods. Which side? Let's see. This one looks good. We're going to do that. And we're going to grab some of these onions and garlic that's really cooked right there. We're going to put that on top. Look at that. We want a little more garlic and onions, don't we? So just grab a little bit more. There we go. Eventually, we'll be able to pull some greens out of the garden. So I'm growing all kinds of stuff this year. Moringa's popping up. So we don't cover up the spoon rest. Look at that. Look at that handiwork that Katie did. That is a blue wrench. That's amazing. Alright, so here's what we got now. We just need to add a fork to it and see how she looks. I'm going to taste it, obviously. So, we got our grass-fed cheese. We got our hamburger steak. We have a little dipping area here. Sweet potatoes and potatoes. So let's start off with, we'll start off with some taters here. Computer, tell me a dad joke.
What did the father buffalo say to his son when he left for college? Bye, son.
Funny. God, that's really good. Yeah, that's amazing. We got Pokerossi in the chat room. He just put his link in there. Yeah, sorry if I'm not paying too much attention to the chat right now. Like I said, I knew I was going to be off today on my stream. So I'm doing the best I can. So let me go back through the chat and see what I'm missing here. Yeah, that right there is amazing. So let's see what we got going on down here. Just by itself. Wow. We haven't visited the birds today. Let's go say hi to the birds while I'm eating. So, last night I had video footage of an owl that jumped on top of the Purple Martin house, like right there. And I probably have a minute or so of footage of him at nighttime. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to be posting that probably as a short video next couple of days. I have so many videos I'm behind on posting just because of work. It's been nuts. But he did not get any of the birds because they were already sleeping. So the birds are nice and safe. How's it going, Cindy? How do you say this name right here? Help me out there, assistant.
Nursity.
Nursity? Say it again.
Nursity.
Nursity. How's it going, Nursity? Yeah, that's amazing. All right, Tommy Temper, unapologetic link drop. You don't ever have to apologize or unapologize, Tommy. Yeah, everybody check out Tommy Temper. He's been pretty consistent about going live lately, which is cool. He's probably the best restreamer out there as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I'm going to ease out of the stream there, RC King. Let's see. Let's go to your channel real quick. RC King. Let's check out your channel. I said go to channel, and it didn't go to channel. Go to channel. There we go. Alright, yeah, you got content. Alright, here we go, RC King. You're going to get the first official blue wrench since Katie. So you're going to get this blue wrench right here, RC King, so you can type link in the chat and people can check out your content. So there you go. You have the first official blue wrench. Of course, it's got butter on it, but there it is. Don't leave it out in the rain. We don't want it rusted now. So I guess I'm retiring the old wrench that actually does rust. This will be never used again, thanks to Katie, because this one will rust if you leave it outside. Now we're using the glass wrench. So there you go, RC King. Now you can type link in the chat and people can go check out your content. And it fits your name. Looks like you got a lot of RC footage on here. Yeah, I can't wait to go check it out. When you go check it out, make sure you hit that bell, everybody. And go check out his content. So look at that. We got a pocket chicken and Zed's art spinning right there with Katie's artwork. I got this sticker from Zed. I got the chickens from Katie. She made all the glass work. Yeah, I'm running out of room here in the studio to put stuff. It's actually a kitchen. It's not a studio. It's my kitchen. See? But it's turned into a studio. Oh, I added another monitor right here. So now my audio mixer is up here, out of the way. So here's my normal workflow right there. This is the workflow monitors right here. And then this is another security system monitor that's separate. Yeah, I know, overkill in security, but I think I'll need it eventually one day with the way things are going on in the world, you know? Alright, I think we're going to be easing out of the stream. Yes, it is a kitchen studio, Cactus. We're going to ease out of the stream with a / intro outro video that I made. And if there's any other questions in the chat, I think I covered everything for the most part. There was a There was more comments and questions. Have a seat. Yep, I will. I don't sit. RC King, I stand up all day, and then when I do sit, it's at the very last part of my workflow day. And when I sit, do I have the right camera switched? Nope. That would be the first big official camera fail. So when I do sit, it's in this old studio right here. And that's where I finish my workflow at nighttime most of the time. So this is the, if you're new to the channel, this is the behind the scenes of the old original studio. It's a 6 monitor system, 55 inch for the main monitor and 30 something inches or 42s for those, I can't remember. But yeah, that's where I sit. But I don't sit until it's late at night. Because as soon as I sit, I get tired. Because I have long days. So, yeah. No sitting. And no green screen shirt stuff yet. I don't have that set up in the system yet. We got Ron Bolts in the chat. Where's the flat earth? I'm working on that, Ron, but here, okay, now that you brought that up, I'm working on a science project to explain to people why gravity is not variable. And gravity would have to be variable if the earth was spinning like it is. And this actually goes on top of this thing. But I kind of stole my science project for my art project, and that was spinning around. And of course I have the water and the land backwards because that's just the way it is. The ball was green, so the water is actually, imagine the green being the blue and the blue being the green. But yeah, I'm going to have a little mind experiment to prove to you that gravity doesn't exist like we think, and it's not variable. Gravity would have to be variable if the earth was spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and 66,000 or 70,000 miles an hour around the sun and going through the galaxy at, million miles an hour. So yeah, you got to start questioning NASA. All their theories don't add up. I'm a real scientist. I do real scientific experiments. I'm a real engineer. I don't get paid $70 million a day to lie to people like NASA does. So yeah, I did a little ranting today. So there you go. Thanks to Ron Bolts. Yeah. NASA lies. Take my video down like you did last time. I don't care. Strike my channel. Bad. Can't have any thoughts. Patriot Operator says gravity is variable with mass of the object. But it's not variable according to where you are in position of the Earth, Patriot Operator. So that's what I mean. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the position of where you are on the Earth. Gravity would have to be variable. Okay, I'm going to explain this a little bit. So let me show you what's going on here. Talking about. So imagine this spinning right here. Imagine this spinning like it used to be on that. Okay? So imagine this is the Earth spinning. All right, and you're on the equator right here. All right, so when you're on the equator, the thing that's keeping you from flying off the Earth is the centrifugal force and the gravity are countering each other perfectly to where you weigh 100 and something pounds. All right, so there you go. So now you weigh let's say you weigh 100 pounds right here on the equator, and the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. And let's say you ran up to the North Pole, and the Earth is obviously still spinning. Well, as you're running up to the North Pole, the gravity would have to be less and less, because if it wasn't less, you would weigh more because there's no centrifugal force throwing you off the Earth. Just like those rides at Six Flags. You know, the rides that you used to jump into? I did them when I was a kid. And they would spin you around on the wall and you would stick to the side. That's the same logic right there. So gravity would have to be variable from the equator all the way up to the North Pole down to the South Pole. And it's not variable. And that's a fact because ships and airplanes don't account for variable gravity. Gravity is at a constant. The theory of gravity, it's just a theory. Gravity's not really a real thing. It's just what we observe of things that are falling down to the Earth. So the theory of gravity would have to be variable, and it's not. That's a fact. It's constant. No matter where you can drop a hammer at the North Pole and drop a hammer at the equator, and it's going to fall at the same rate of speed. All right, well, that would not be possible on a spinning ball. So that right there proves that the Earth is not spinning for a fact. And I can also prove to you that it's not a sphere. But that's not for this channel. But thanks, Ron. Ron, you started it. Ron started it in the chat room. I'm not responsible for that rant. That's Ron's rant. All right. Love you all. We'll do this again maybe tomorrow. So it's pretty comfortable. It's actually, and I guess I could let a little more air out. But yeah, it's really working out pretty good. You see, I can have my laptop right around here, so I can do work if I need to, or live streams. And the big test is when I
Nightbot
sit up and
said,
get up
"Heart
on my
love
bed
you all
on
heart."
this thing.
Well, most of you rolling on the
Yes.
floor laughing.
Now I'm sitting on it like a chair, and that worked out pretty good.
Crowd pleaser, mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. So
Crowd
if you have
pleaser.
leftover pasta, whatever, put it in.
You slaves can get used to mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Macaroni and cheap cheddar melted together.
Mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese.
Hot Pockets!
It's real!
Later.